Yeah, now. How is ya? How you be? This here is conservative Jake Mills coming at you yet again on this Thursday afternoon with my views, as always, from a conservative standpoint. If you like this content, do me a favor. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Hit them like buttons. And for all my YouTube family, click the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm trying to build here something great. Just like former President Trump used to say, make America great again. Well, I'm trying to make social media great again. But I can't do that without your help. Well, up on the pike today, it seemed that she ain't former because she is running again, but Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams. Now, Stacey Abrams is that loudmouth sister down there in Georgia that lost the election down there a couple years ago to Brian Kemp. And everybody talk about how it took former President Donald Trump to accept the election results. Well, hell, it took her a long time to accept them as well. She didn't admit defeat until almost 2 weeks after the election down there in Georgia because it was so close. Kind of hypocritical, don't you think? Well, anyway, all that aside, that ain't the reason why I'm coming to talk to y'all today. Well, she the reason, but the former or past Georgia governor's election, which don't matter, it don't matter. That ain't why I'm coming to y'all today. Now, it seems that, I'm just rambling on and on, but seems that Miss Abrams tried to take the tragedy going on over there right now in Ukraine, with Ukraine and its president Zelensky. And she's trying to compare an attack on democracy over here in the States is something like what's going on over there with Ukraine being attacked by Putin. Let me tell you something. One ain't got nothing to do with the other. Now, she's about to run again for the governorship of Georgia, and she's going to get defeated again. Because I know all my conservatives and all my fellow Republicans down there and independents are going to step on up and not allow that state to get any more bluer than what it already is. I still can't believe what happened with the 2020 presidential election. Unbelievable. That's one of the reddest states in the South. And we lost the 2 Senate seats and the presidency. Unbelievable. We got to turn these tides around right now. Her making that comparison, that ought to disqualify her right now from running. Matter of fact, she should step down and announce that she's going to abandon the race and let somebody else have a chance. Because the way I see it, the last thing we need is to lose the governorship down there in Georgia too. I mean, just think of it. Just think of it. To lose 2 Senate seats, a presidency, and a governorship in 2 years. We can't let that happen, people. And for her making that stupid comment today, trying to compare an attack on democracy, which ain't going on here. And that goes back to them new voter laws that a lot of the states done tried to put together. And a lot of them Dems are trying to say that it ain't nothing but voter suppression. Well, all it is to make sure that we have a fair and safe election. Ain't nothing wrong. Tell me what's wrong with checking IDs when you go to vote. Tell me what's wrong with that. Now, the Dems will sit up here and tell you that, oh, you know, they're trying to put in rules so whereas you can't hand out water if you're standing in line waiting to vote. They're trying to close election offices. All this BS. All they're trying to do, folks, is to make sure everything is secure and that every vote's counted. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with verifying. Nobody should be able to come in to get ready to vote and be able to mosey on in there without a state-issued ID. You ain't got to even have a driver's license, because some of them will say, hey, some poor folks can't afford to go get the driver's license and go to driving school and all that type of thing. I understand that. But once you turn 18 years old, you need to have a state-issued ID for identification purposes, for safety purposes. I don't care who you are or what you are. You ain't got to you don't have to have a driver's license, but you need to have a state ID. So for all that Stacey Abrams and the Dems talking about voter suppression, we got to pass voter reform. It's all rubbish, all of it. All they're trying to do, the only thing they're trying to do is to control current and future elections. That's it. That's the name of the game. To make sure that certain elections won't swing the conservative or red way. They want to keep all that blue. And they want to get more blue territories, or turn more states blue. We can't let that happen. So, Miss Abrams, the next time you try to take advantage of a tragedy and try to compare an attack on democracy, which ain't even happening here in the U.S., compare that with Putin attacking Ukrainian President Zelensky. I think, like my mama used to say, you know, when I used to say a bad or dirty word, my mama used to say, you got to wash your mouth out with soap. Well, that's what we need to do with Stacey Abrams. But we also need to wipe her whole campaign out with soap and put in somebody else. Matter of fact, just let Brian Kemp run unopposed and be done with it. Just do it that way, as far as I'm concerned. But don't you ever, Miss Abrams, try to take advantage of a tragedy like that. Shameful. Well, that's my time for today. I appreciate the love. Appreciate you taking time to watch. Take care of yourself and each other. And I'll see you on my next post.